welcome to week 10. Thanks for joining. Please take the time to subscribe, drop us a comment, or like the video. I really would appreciate that. What's in store for this week? Well, this is week 10, so I'm really hoping for a big one this week. After last week's shenanigans, I only managed to get out on the bike a little bit because of my cold. Feeling much better now. So join me this week as I get out on the bike as much as I possibly can. Really want to smash it this week. So thanks for sticking by, and the next time I see you, I shall be on my bike. It's Friday afternoon and the start of week 10, and I was going to show you the sun, but it's disappeared. Typical. Yeah, I feel really good today. Still got a bit of a chesty cough, but I'm not going to cry about it. Just need to push through it and get on with it. I'm hoping today for 30 miles. I don't know if it'll happen, but who knows. I'm going off to Braunton today. I'm actually currently at Fremington Quay, and from here it's nice. Should be a nice ride today. It's fairly calm. There is still a wind, but nothing like there has been. So I'm going to stop talking about it and get on with it.
Coming like a Hellcat.
Okay, so I've made it to Braunton. Did that in record time, I think, today. When I was riding along after the big bridge on the way to Braunton, I saw three road cyclists on the trail in front of me, all with like race kit on. It was really weird, you know, they had the full kit on. And anyway, I was going a little bit faster than them, not deliberately, and I ended up going past them. And then I got a bit manly and didn't want them to overtake me again, so I steamed it for the rest of the way, about 4.5 miles I think. So I was done in by the time I got there. But what that does mean, of course, I've now arrived in Braunton in record time, so I'm really pleased with that. I'm going to sit here for a few minutes and have my custard creams, and then I'll be off, have a little sip of water, and that was really enjoyable. It felt like I was flying today, which is good. Probably really slow on the way back. Right, better get on with it. What have we here? Puncture. That'd be my first one whilst out riding. Did get a slow puncture before, but it's my first one out. Obviously it has happened about as far away from the car as I could possibly be on this ride. It's about 10 miles from the car. Got a couple of options. There is a bike shop a couple of miles away in Braunton, so I can make my way there, or I could just fix it here because I've got some stuff to do that with, so that's good. I hope my CO2 cannon still works. If not, I will be heading to the shop, so let's see how we get on. I would like to add that part of this loop does involve riding on this terrain. So to be fair, I'm not surprised I've had a puncture. This is the third time I've ridden down here, so we've been quite lucky, I think, just to get one. I'll be getting on with fixing it now, and hopefully have it be back on my way in a few moments. Okay, puncture fixed. It's as much as one of my CO2 canisters had in it to pump that tyre up, so hope it lasts, because that's the end of it. So I'm going to have to replace all that and get another in a tube to keep as a stash in my saddle bag for a spare. Pleased about that. Probably got about another half a mile to go along this track, so I'm going to walk it because I can't risk having another one. I'm 10 miles from the car, so yeah, that'll be me walking for the rest until I find solid tarmac again. I spy with my little eye some tarmac. Yes. So I'm now about 6 miles from the car. My tyre's gone down again. I checked the tyre thoroughly for any thorns or anything. I assumed it'd be a snake bite as well, but it's gradually going flat again, so who knows. Good job I'm not 6 miles from the car now. So I just have to share my situation with you. I've now got another puncture. Still about 5 miles from the car. I've come from over there. I need to ride my bike all the way along there, and then when I get to the bridge in the town, ride all the way back along there, all the way around the other side of that headland, back to my car. Except I've run out of air canisters, and it's going to be a long walk. I don't really fancy riding all the way back with a flat tyre because it will total my tyre. But sorry, I can't. I'm not walking that far. Got things to do when I get back to work. Just have to get on with it, won't I? I would just like to add, if I stand up and ride, put most of my weight over the front wheel, it is rideable. However, because I've lost weight, when I do that, my shorts ride all the way down onto my arse and start falling off. So I'm a victim of my own success. 21 pounds down and my shorts fall down when I need them not to the most. Can I just say, normally when I ride I've got a little toolkit and I normally keep 20 quid in there just in case of emergencies. For some reason that's not in there today. Must have got a coffee with it once or so, I don't know, whatever, but it's not there anymore. Typically, even if I could get to a bike shop to buy another tube or whatever, I don't have any money on me. What an idiot. Got about 2.5 miles to go now, and whilst my tyre hasn't totally disintegrated yet, it does feel like I'm riding on a bit of jelly. Saying that, it's much easier than riding a road bike with a flat tyre than it is a trail bike. Much easier. It's not very often I'm pleased to be back in my car. I mean, look at it. It's a wreck, but today I'm very pleased to be back at the car. I don't know what the chances of that happening are. I know it was in the same wheel, so it could have been a thorn that was stuck in there, but I did thoroughly check the tyre. Need to rethink my puncture strategy for next time. Saying that, did get 22 miles, so that's good. Really pleased with that. It's Tuesday afternoon and I'm going out for a bike ride. There was no riding on Sunday, let me explain why. 2 words, Mother's Day. So whilst I didn't get to see my own mum, she lives on a small island off the coast of the UK and I live on the mainland. It's about a 3.5 hour drive plus a lengthy ferry ride. Couldn't do it this weekend anyway, so I'm going to see her in a couple of weeks. So I spent a lot of the day on Sunday, obviously with my wife, you know, with my little man, so we all went out. Other than that, it also coincided with a totally sunny weekend. So Saturday and Sunday were both beautiful, which meant for me a chance to sort our garden out. We desperately needed grass cutting. Had to do it 4 times in all just to make it shorter each time, enough so I could do it again because it was overwhelmed with my petrol mower. Anyway, so I'm going out for a ride today. Weather-wise, really nice. Not so nice. It's like in the UK here, we call it April showers, where you can 1 minute it can be blue sky, the next raining, and it goes on and on. Rain, blue, and it goes on and on. April showers. Obviously it's still March, so something's going on. But I'm going to go out now. I don't care if I get wet. I can dry all my stuff out nicely this afternoon. So I'm going to get on with it. I'm hoping to get 10 laps around the estate where I work today. So it's going to be about 1,000 foot of climbing, probably about 12 miles I think it is. And this time I'm hoping to actually do 10 laps. The last 2 times I thought of doing 10 laps, I've actually done 9. So let's get on with it and hopefully I can do 10 today. I can't remember if I mentioned that it might rain. Approaching the sunny phase now for the last 3 laps, hopefully. Look, a helicopter! Look, another helicopter! Well, what a crappy old weather that was for that ride, but I'm really pleased I did it. I'm really pleased with the stats here. It's over 1,200 foot of climbing according to my Garmin, and I did the full 10 laps today, so I'm really chuffed about that. After about the first couple of laps, really couldn't be asked. The weather, it was tipping it down with rain. I think I felt it because I hadn't been on the bike since Friday, so my legs were feeling it a little bit, but literally after about lap 6, it just felt like, I don't know, it was on autopilot, so excuse me, still got a bit of a cough. But no, I felt really good about that, and much needed after my break on Sunday. Okay, it's Thursday morning and I'm going out for a ride. I've got about 1 hour, so I'm in a bit of a rush today. It's the last ride before tomorrow's weigh-in, so I'm hoping to get another 1,000 foot of climbing in today. I'm going to be doing a slightly different route today. It's the normal route up to the television mast and back down there. A couple of laps of that I normally do, but I'm going to go the other way around today, so just be a little bit different. So yeah, I'll get on with it. Catch you later. Okay, partial abort on that mission. Oh damn it. When I looked out the window, it looked like it had brightened up, but having stepped outside, it would appear that it has brightened up. But it looks like some rain clouds rolling in, so I'm going to be getting a jacket on. Okay, so just so you know, it does look like it's brightened up a bit, but I'm expecting to get a bit wet today. And if I don't, it will just be a bonus. I have no leg warmers on today, so I will be getting wet legs. I have to say, with this water or sort of shower-proof jacket, as soon as the sun comes out, it turns into like tin foil. So it feels like I'm getting cooked in the oven. That's not ideal. Okay, I'm right at the top now on lap 1, and this doesn't look great coming towards me. Oh well. Well, what goes up must come down pretty damn fast. I just came down that hill which I always moan about going up, and did about 41 miles an hour. It was pretty scary, but it was awesome. That's one lap done. Now I get to do it all again. Against all the odds, I have actually managed to dodge all of the rain so far. Fingers crossed for the rest of my ride.
Coming like a hell. Like a Hellcat.
One thing I've really noticed since my first bike ride on this bike, if anyone's been watching the videos previously, I'm pretty sure it's the first time I've ever ridden a road bike. Found it very uncomfortable riding because I was leaning so far forward with a big gut in the way. You know, it really hits on your legs at the top of the pedal strike. So one thing I've really noticed, having lost 21 pounds so far, is that there's a lot less tummy there getting in the way. You know, I've been in the drop handlebars a few times, and every time it's much more comfortable crouching in that position. Won't be long until I have to start working on my 6-pack. So that's me pretty much 2 laps in the bag. I haven't quite got to my 1,000 foot ascent that I wanted, so I've literally just got about enough time to do 1 lap of the industrial estate, which will tip me over the 10-mile stage and also over the 1,000 foot ascent stage. Well guys, that's it. That is the end of week 10 of Fat to Fit by Bike. It's been a bit of a funny week, I have to be honest. Started off with a tail end of my cold, of course, and the bike ride to Braunton on Friday, a week ago today, which resulted in 2 punctures. So that was a little bit of a damp squib, but I still got about 22 or 23 miles in the bag that day. So what did the rest of the week bring? Well, I missed my riding on Sunday because it was Mother's Day, which ended up with a cafe stop and a bit of cake. So that wasn't great, but you know, I'm not doing this to starve myself. You know, I'm gonna have the odd treat, and I do very much work on a treat basis. So that was Sunday, no riding. So then we get to Tuesday. I managed to get a little bike ride in. Wednesday, I actually had a friend down visiting from London, so that involved a coffee stop and a bit of cake. Can you see a theme? So that wasn't, again, another brilliant day. However, I did get out yesterday for a really good ride. It was a real leg burner. Went up Killer Hill twice. 2 laps of that I did, so that felt really good. So I'm hoping I've sort of redressed the balance a little bit, but if I'm being honest, I am not having massive hopes for this week's weight loss. I'll be pleased if it just stays the same as it was last week. It's not really how I wanted to end my 10-week stint, but that's just life, and you know, just get on with it. So I'm going to do my weigh-in now and see how we get on, and afterwards I'll be talking to you about the week ahead. Okay, well, here we are, end of week 10, and I've got some results for you. Now, I did mention previously that I didn't know what to expect coming into this weigh-in. It hasn't been a great week of cycling, through punctures, other family events getting in the way, and, you know, some cake, basically. So, I'm not here to sugarcoat it. I'm not here to employ tactics to make it seem as if everything's wonderful riding a bike and you're going to lose weight no matter what, because that is not the case. Let me explain. As a result of these aforementioned issues, I've put on 1 pound this week. So whereas last week I was 18 stone 1 pound, I'm now 18 stone 2 pound, which takes my weight from 253 pounds to 254. I'm not going to cry about it. It is my own fault. You know, hope for better things next week. Onwards and upwards, as they say. My BMI has stayed the same as last week at 36.2. My fat percentage has decreased since last week from 34.6% last week to 34.4% this week. Is that fat being replaced with muscle? Who knows? I don't know. You tell me. If you know, leave a comment. My mileage this week, since I started doing this in the last week of January, I think it was 10 weeks ago, I've covered 487 miles on my bike. This week racking up 48 miles, so really if you think about it, I've done 10%. So really this week it was an average week on the bike, but you know, I hope to ramp that up a little bit next time. So really, thank you very much for watching. I hope you're still in a position where you can like the video. That would really help me. Leave a comment below. Abuse, enthusiastic comments, I don't care. Whatever you like. And do take time to subscribe, please. My 5 subscribers will be getting lonely. So that's on you. So onwards and upwards next week. And let's see where it takes us. Hoping for a good week. But there may be some other family events that get in the way next week. I shall explain all in my next video. Thanks for tuning in.
Got me like a Hellcat.